Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am featuring one of my friends battle who is using some spicy move on his Palkia, and it's not a water typing, dragon typing, but it's a fire typing move which is Fire Blast. So let's find out how many one shot closeout game do we get. So do watch the video till end, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. So battles are submitted by Insane Kef. So we are a mirror in lead, so we are not running dragon typing move, we are running aqua tail and fire blast. So we farmed up some energy and then we save switch into Zacian. On Zacian we are running both the debuff move, which is close combat, and the wild charge. So Dialga wants us to throw energy so that he can one shot us, so we are going to go for the close combat, and this is a range. I believe close combat might be enough, so definitely we are shielding this move, otherwise Iron Head will just one shot us. And they go for the Iron Head, and we are going to go for second close combat immediately, and this might pressure the final shield or it will knock out. Actually it gets the knockout. No, actually it survive with 1 HP and it's very bad for us. So I think we'll invest. No, we are not investing the final shield. So we should come back with Palkia and do Dragon Breed damage, and we are going to wait for the full switch timer and dip into Palkia. So let's see. And here comes the Necrozma. Is Necrozma aware of this Fire Blast damage? I don't think so. And actually here opponent was trying to catch an Aqua Tail on his own Palkia. So I think we can take a special rain. So still we are deciding to shield, and it was a special rain. I believe we should go for Iron Head on this Dawn Wings. We are running Iron Head and Moongeist Beam. Let's see if they decide to shield here. So going for the first one. This might grab the final shield. And yes, they do. Now even if they land a special rain, it's fine. Now we have all the game in our hand. So they are going to go for, I believe, special rain, and it is going to knock us out. We can Dragon Breathe them down, and we are few Dragon Breath away from the Fire Blast. And from this health range, this Fire Blast is just going to one shot close out the game, and we are going to secure the win. So good game, we won this match. If we would have special rain, then this was a loss, but my friend predicted the algorithm. So let's move towards the next opponent, and a very good lead for us. So we are going to do a lot of damage with the Dragon Breath. All we have as fast move damage, no charge move pressure, because both of the move are resisted. They can go for the Shadow Ball, and they go for it, does a decent amount of damage, and here they dip into Melmetal. This could be a mistake of the opponent, as opponent is not aware of the Fire Blast, and they are going to go for Rock Slide, I believe, and they go for the Rock Slide. But here comes the Fire Blast to one shot close out the Melmetal, not the match. So we are going to go for the Fire Blast, and it is going to knock out. So opponent might be thinking, what is that, what happened? And they come with Togekiss, and we have a Zacian, and we are going to go for the wild charge, and we are going to generate back to back before throwing. This could be an ancient power, we are fine with it, but I think our switch timer is going to get up. Actually opponent switch timer, and he might dip. So we are going to go for the wild charge. This is going to do super effective damage, or else we'll get the shield, but definitely he is going to dip now, and he makes a catch. So I think still our switch timer is not up. Anyways, we would have thrown the wild charge only, and I think our switch timer is going to get up hopefully, but they get the farm down. So we are going to sacrifice our Palkia. So this is the game. So Dragon Breed, and actually we were unable to get the farm down, and we have one shield left, so definitely we should be shielding, because the Shadow Ball is going to be double super effective. So we are going to shield and just farm them down with the Shadow Claw itself. Luckily we are running Iron Head, so I think all we have to do is generate back to back. And here also we predicted the algorithm that Togekiss is going to come up against our Necrozma. Most of the trainer runs Dark Pulse, and they are going to throw here, and they go for the ancient power, no boost, but this Iron Head is going to one shot, or it will grab the final shield. Let's see. Even if he shields, we have second one left. So this Iron Head is going to one shot close out the game, and we are going to secure the win. So good game, we won this match. Let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. So moving towards the next opponent, and we are leading with Ho-Oh, and they have a Kyogre. So this is a dream lead, so we can have a lot of fast move pressure, but they don't want to stay, and they dip into Rhyperior. We could have pressured the shield by throwing a Aqua Tail just before we dip into Zacian, so that is fine. Let's see. And this could be a Rock Wrecker. Actually they bait and they go for the Breaking Swipe, and we call it correctly. So we have back to back close combat loaded, So this is going to do super effective damage, but I don't think it is going to be enough to knock out. And they survive it, and we are going to go for the second one. This might pressure the shield, let's see, or it will knock out the Rhyperior. And actually they do shield here, and now hopefully they don't farm us down. That will be very bad. And on the perfect timing he threw, we were about to reach a close combat, and we have a move loaded, so we are going to shield this breaking swipe and go for the wild charge. He went for the wild charge because he anticipated that he might dip into Kyogre, and he shields here, so that is fine. We have two good answer for the Kyogre, so we don't have to worry. Even if he throws a breaking swipe, it is going to do super effective, but we are fine with it. We are not going to shield. But unfortunately Rhyperior reaches another breaking swipe. That's very bad. So I think we'll let it go and put our all the faith on our Dawn Wings, and let's see, Kyogre is going to return maybe, or maybe any kind of a fairy typing. Let's see. And yes, it's a fairy typing, which is this Primarina. I think Moongeist Beam will be more than enough to knock out the Primarina, very glassy Pokemon. So this is going to one-shot him. Even if they catch, it's of no use. We have a shield left, so I think we can easily win this. But still, Kyogre is in full health, and we are going to go for Moongeist Beam before they throw any charge move. So this Moongeist Beam is almost going to knock out the Kyogre, or maybe he will survive with few HP, and yes he does, but one more fast move and we are going to secure the win. So good game, we won this match. Let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. So we are leading with the Palkia, the shiny Palkia, and this is bad. If they are running waterfall, then we can fight back. So they are running waterfall, so we can spam out those Aqua Tail easily, and hopefully they don't bait us. So we are going to go for Aqua Tail, and continuously we should be going for those Dragon Breath and Aqua Tail, but still Dragon Breath is almost doing nothing. So they can reach a charge move. This could be a fairy typing, disarming voice, or maybe a moon blast, and it was a moon blast, so my friend called it correctly. Very good prediction. So we are going to generate back to back Aqua Tail, and I think this is a range where two Aqua Tail should be enough to knock out the Primarina. So this might pressure the shield, and actually they are not shielding, and we go for the second Aqua Tail, and our Palkia is very healthy. That is a good thing. We lost our shield, but that is fine. So let's see what is going to come up, and here comes the Dialga. So we are going to farm up some energy and then dip into Zacian. I think he has put him in a range where one close combat should be enough, but we are allowing them to throw first, because if we throw a close combat, it is going to debuff our attack. So they go for the Iron Head, and it puts us very low, so we have to be very careful. And here we go for the Wild Charge. Actually he threw Wild Charge just because he predicted that he might catch, and this time we went for the close combat and opponent catch it, and it catches on the Landorus. So either of the move is resisted on the Landorus, so that is fine. And I think we have a Aqua Tail loaded on our Palkia, so we should snipe them. Let's see, we are going to wait for full switch timer, and yes, we do snipe. So this is going to grab the final shield, and after this there is a clear path of victory for the Dawn Wings. So they are going to shield, and they are going to go for the Sensius Storm, I believe. And here we decided to no shield, so that is fine. We can come with our Dawn Wings, so we should go for Iron Head, but at the same time we have to be very careful for the catch. So they are going to go for Sensier, I believe, to debuff our attack, and yes they do, but still it does a decent amount of damage, and they make a combo play. So this could be a Roar of Time, or maybe a Iron Head. It is a Iron Head, so that is fine. We are going to do some over farming before throwing, and good amount of over farm. So this Moongeist Beam is going to be enough, even though we are attack debuff. And now we have to do is Iron Head, and this Iron Head is going to be enough to knock out this squishy Landorus, and we are going to secure the win. So good game, we won this match with the proper energy management. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. And it's a Landorus in the lead, kind of a good lead. Aqua Tail with just one shot. I think it's not going to be one shot, but it still does a lot of damage, and they are going to throw, and we are not going to throw because they might catch. So they go for the Sensius Storm, doing some decent amount of damage, and here we throw the Aqua Tail. This is going to be super effective, and let's see. And they catch it, actually they caught it on Togekiss. That's kind of a bad, but for the opponent, worst part is yet to come, because we are running Iron Head. So it is going to one shot the Togekiss if they are not going to shield. Let's see. I think they won't be shielding, and yes, they don't. And if Landorus return, we are having some energy. So let's see. And yes, Landorus returns. So I think Iron Head should be enough. So yes, we are going to go for it. Instead of going for the overkill, Iron Head for the squishy Pokemon is better. Still they survive actually. I thought Iron Head would be enough because he's very squishy. So we are going to let it go and we survive, and here comes the Palkia. So we see a clear victory path because we have two shield, also hard hitting charge move, but we have to remember that they also have two shields. So they are going to go for Aqua Tail. We can let it go. So after this we have to shield everything because we are going to debuff our defense. So this wild charge is just going to hit hard to the Palkia. Let's see what happens. And definitely they are going to invest the shield, and now it's our turn to shield everything. So we are going to invest the shields, and we have to be very careful. Once our switch timer is going to get up, he might try to catch on Landorus. So while throwing energy, have to be more cautious. So we are going to go for the wild charge, and they shielded again, and now we dip into Palkia to force them to dump the energy. We go for the Aqua Tail, and unfortunately they were able to farm us down. Here we come with Zacian and immediately go for the wild charge, and we have put them in a range where wild charge should be enough. So this is going to one shot and it is going to close out the game. Actually opponent close out the app maybe because it's lagging, and I forgot about the Landorus. Actually opponent should have top left. I'm not sure why he just close out the app. Please save the time, and we knock out them with a fast move. So good game. Let's move towards the next opponent. Again we have a Palkia versus Palkia. So all we have is fast move. None of the charge move are going to be threatening to the Palkia, but still we are faking it. So we are going to go for Aqua Tail. Let's see if they are going to fall for it. And actually no, they are counting it correctly, and here comes steel typing Dustmane. But the question is, I don't think we are going to reach a Fire Blast. So my friend settles for the Aqua Tail, and let's see. And they are not going to shield definitely, and unfortunately we didn't get the second Aqua Tail. That's very bad, and they have farmed up a lot of energy. The Dark Pulse is just going to do a lot of damage. So we decided to shield here. Let's see what they throw. They go for the Iron Head. Might be they are trying to bait us and trying to convince us that they are not running Dark Pulse. And here we didn't shield. Let's see. And they go for the Outrage. Still it did a lot of damage. And we have stored a move. Now we are going to dip into Zacian and catch a move. So this could be a special Rend or maybe Aqua Tail. Actually it's Aqua Tail, and hopefully we can get the farm down. I don't think so. And here comes their own Zacian. So this is kind of a tricky because they have two shields, and after this wild charge debuff, it will be like we are not going to win this game. So we are going to go for wild charge, and they don't shield, and at this point of time they might have back to back wild charge. So they are going to go for it. We are going to invest the final shield, but it's of no use. We can have another wild charge on the face. We are going to go for the wild charge. I think this was a CMP tie, so we are going to go for it, and definitely they are going to invest the shield. And yes, it was a CMP tie, so this wild charge is just going to knock out the Zacian. Wings is very low on health. I think he can farm him down with the Palkia. So they snipe us, and they snipe us with the Aqua Tail, and they are going to secure the win. We tried our best. That's fine. Can't win them all. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. And it's a Nightmare lead, enormous. So definitely we are going to save switch somewhere. But before that, I think we are going to land the Aqua Tail. And this could be a fly. So we are not bothering to shield. So let's see what they throw. This is a fly. Still it did a lot of damage. We are going to go for Aqua Tail. Enormous is very squishy Pokemon. Even Aqua Tail will do a lot of damage to him. Look at the damage. Almost 20% health is gone. And in return, he also did the same amount of damage. And he's going to go for another fly and knocking out our Palkia. Now I think we are going to come with our Zacian. No, actually we come with Wings and just farm them down. So Wings with energy is very good. So let's see what is going to come. It comes with Rhyperior, and we are going to go for Iron Head to do super effective. This could be a breaking swipe, I believe. Let's see what they throw here. And yes, they go for the breaking swipe, and we didn't get the debuff. So we go for the Iron Head. This is going to be super effective because of rock typing. And they do shield. Hopefully we can reach the second one. We have our energy and we catch it, and Actually, we catch a breaking swipe on the Zacian. Very good catch. Catching a non-stab move on resisted Pokemon. Very good. They have one shield, so all we have to do is generate back-to-back close combat. And we are going to go for the first one. This will grab the shield or it will get the knockout. Let's see what happens. And it gets the knockout. And the final Pokemon is Palkia. It's a clear path of victory. You can spam out those wild charge. I think this was a CMP tie on Aqua Tail. We are going to shield this. We are not going to get low on Zacian. So we are going to go for the wild charge. And this is going to grab the final shield, I believe. And yes, they do shield. I don't think we have stored some energy on the Dawn Wings. So we are going to go for wild charge. And I believe we can dip into Dawn Wings after this. And yes, we do. Actually, we have stored. I forgot about that. And this Moonguy's beam is just going to overkill. But still, it is what it is because we cannot go for the Iron Head. And we are going to secure the win. So good game. We won this match. Let's move towards the next opponent. And we have a Zacian in the lead. A bad lead this time. And we are going to save switch into our own Zacian, and actually they are running Snarl, which is good for our Zacian because Snarl is dark typing move and it is resisted on the fairy typing, so they go first and they go for maybe a play rough or the wild charge. Let's see, they have back to back wild charge loaded, so we click on it and win the CMP. They have to shield this, otherwise it might knock them out. Let's see, and they do shield, so we clicked on the second wild charge. And definitely we are going to invest this time shield because they are heavily debuff, and definitely the next wild charge is going to just one shot them. If they don't shield, if they shield, then we will have a shield advantage and they're going to farm up. I think we can let it go now. Actually they throw wild charge, we should be taking a shield advantage, I believe, and yes we do. So this wild charge is just going to knock out and they are heavily debuffed. So Dawn Wings, actually we come with Palkia and one Aqua Tail should be enough to knock them out. And let's see what is going to come up now. So this Aqua Tail will knock out the Zacian. Hopefully there is something at the back which is steel typing so that we can see one more Fire Blast. And opponent is thinking, he comes with Kyogre, I'm not sure why, and maybe they are running Blizzard. We do have a shield, but unfortunately none of the charge move are threatening, and here comes their own Palkia. So we are going to go for Aqua Tail. We are forced to go for it because we are running a spice move set. So we go for the Aqua Tail. Didn't do anything actually. Obviously it's a double resisted move, so we have to go for another Aqua Tail. Hopefully they throw energy and get dry on it, and still they are not throwing, and this makes them very low. I believe this Aqua Tail might be enough to knock them out, or after that we can Dragon Breathe them down. Actually we tried to snipe them, but unfortunately they throw a charge move. Hopefully this is not a special rend. Actually they go for the Aqua Tail and we do get the snipe. We didn't shield, we make the call correct, and I think Moonguy's beam is just going to one shot close out the game. But they throw a surf. We are going to be safe and shield this move, and they go for the surf. They don't have back to back, so this Moonguy's beam is going to be enough to knock out the Kyogre, and we are going to secure the win. So special thanks to my friend Kev who submitted a very insane move set of Fire Blast on Palkia, and also thanks to all my viewers who watched the video till end. If you like the content at any point of time, please don't forget to support the channel by like, comment and subscribe. Also share with your Pogo friends. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day, bye.